7 years ago, I identified as male. I hadn't told anyone that yet, but since I looked like this every day, I'm pretty sure they all knew. By this time in 2016, I was already subscribed to so many binary trans men on YouTube, followed loads of transmasc Instagram accounts and Tumblr blogs, and was researching the effects of testosterone as hormone replacement therapy. I was 13 years old and dreading the puberty I was going through. I got my first period when I was only 10, so puberty for me was moving way faster than most of my peers. I was already wearing sports bras every day, my hips were showing in my used to be baggy jeans. I didn't need long to suss out the fact that I was absolutely miserable, and I soon realized the word for the visceral disgust and discomfort I felt with my body was gender dysphoria. Because in 2016, the only people I followed who talked about the type of dysphoria I was experiencing were binary trans men, I figured I was one too. Even before puberty, I would always fantasize and daydream about how cool it would be to be a boy, and had secretly wished I could have been born as one instead. So hearing about these people who were born as girls who just decided to be the boys they wished to be and made it a physical reality with a medical transition was very intriguing to 13-year-old me. It was everything he wanted, getting rid of the body he hates to be in a body that will let him be the boy he always hoped to be. So finally, in mid-2017, I came out to everyone as Theo with he/him pronouns, a binary trans man. And this is where my identity stayed for a long while. During this time, all I wanted was to be seen as a guy, and it was soul-crushing to me whenever people would misgender me or just not treat me the same as they treated cis guys my age. I just wanted to be perceived as male, and I was drowning in the amount of dysphoria I experienced at the time through high school. By the time 2021 rolled around, I started playing around more with what my gender was. I still wanted to medically transition and to be read as male, but I started thinking maybe this wasn't fully how I identified. I decided I was not a binary trans man, but a non-binary trans man, still only using he/him pronouns, just no longer associating with the binary ideals of what a man was. And finally, just after 4 years of being out as trans, on November 26th, 2021, I was finally able to start testosterone. 2022 rolled around and my dysphoria was being slowly lifted from the changes I was experiencing on testosterone. I became more comfortable in myself and how I outwardly expressed my gender. I was growing my hair out, painting my nails, wearing makeup and skirts occasionally, and I was no longer concerned with the idea of passing. Even when I did get misgendered, I didn't really care. It didn't seem to hurt anymore. Around mid-2022, I decided to add Z/them pronouns to my bio, still being cautious about the notorious they/them pronouns. However, to most people, I still just said my pronouns were he/him. In my brain, I knew I was definitely more gender fluid than I was a binary man, but I was still riding the high of being perceived as male for the first time to say anything to jeopardize that. However, towards the latter half of 2022, being seen as a man wasn't always what I wanted, and sometimes it even felt wrong. I finally made the jump to he/they for my pronouns, switching out all of the he/him badges on my clothes to he/they ones. It was starting to feel like it was finally time to undo all of the years of screaming from the rooftops that I was a man, not only because of how my gender was changing, but my sexuality as well. For years, I had been saying to everyone around me and myself that I was bisexual. However, after some introspection, I realized that I had never actually been attracted to any man ever in my life. During my more gender dysphoric years, I often wished I could have been born cis. However, I never wished to have been born a cis man. I wished I could have been born a happy cis woman so that I could have stayed a lesbian. And so finally in late 2022, after learning the history of butch lesbians and trans masculinity, and how the two weren't actually mutually exclusive, and coming to the shocking realization you probably aren't bisexual if you're actively repulsed by the idea of dating a man, I knew it was time to be a lesbian. But this was a hard thing for me to say because I was now over a year on testosterone. I was being very consistently gendered as male. And I knew I didn't want to go off of testosterone, far from it, and I was even on the waitlist for top surgery. I still wanted to medically transition, but just not to be a man. At the beginning of 2023, I posted a video here about how I identified as gender fluid, and throughout all of this year when people ask me what my gender is, that's usually the word I give them. On May 24th, 2023, I finally got top surgery, and once I recovered, I started living life in a way I never thought possible. I've never felt so happy in my own body, and also so comfortable in day-to-day life now that I'm not either constantly dysphoric or in a binder. So that brings us up to today, where I am now 2 years on T and 6 months post-op. And so even though I'm the most physically male I've ever been, emotionally I'm probably the least male I've ever been. However, those truths aren't really conflicting with each other. I'm happy with my body, I'm happy with my medical transition, I'm just not always super sold on the idea of being a man. It's a very interesting place to be, and I don't see a lot of people with my experience talking about their gender and transition, so I guess I gotta be the one to do it. So, without further ado,
Hi, my name is Theo, And this is my voice pre-T.
Hi, my name is Theo, and this is my voice 1 month on T.
Hi, my name is Theo, and this is my voice 2 months on T. Hi, my name is Theo, and this is my voice 3 months on T. Hi, my name is Theo, and this is my voice 4 months on T. Hi, my name is Theo, and this is my voice 5 months on T. Hi, my name is Theo, and this is my voice 6 months on T. Hi, my name is Theo, and this is my voice 7 months on T. Hi, my name is Theo, and this is my voice 8 months on T. Hi, my name is Theo, and this is my voice 9 months on T. Hi, my name is Theo, and this is my voice 10 months on T.
Hi, my name is Theo, and this is my voice 11 months on T.
Hi, my name is Theo, and this is my voice 1 year on T. Hi, my name is Theo, and this is my voice 1.5 years on T. Hi, my name is Theo, and this is my voice 2 years on T.
And this is my voice pre-T.
And this is my voice 2 years on T. So, I didn't really want to make this video. This video has been very hard for me to actually force myself to sit down and film, and I imagine it's going to be even harder for me to sit down and edit. And there's many reasons why. There's a lot of reasons that I just, didn't want to do this, but I'm doing it because I'm committed. And also because I really needed a video out. So first of all, testosterone changes. So you might be sitting there at home being like, oh, Theo, what exciting new changes have happened in the past 6 months of being on testosterone since you updated us last? And the answer is nothing. Virtually nothing. And that's not the fault of the testosterone. That is all on me. I'm basically just off of testosterone now. I know I said in that intro that I don't want to stop testosterone, and I don't. I just stopped doing it because it's really embarrassing why. So, it's winter, right? And my house is cold. I'm not cold right now because I'm really sweaty, because I get really sweaty whenever I film and my light mediates heat. So right now I'm drenched in sweat. But usually I'm pretty cold. And so when I'm cold, I'm in my big Oodie, my big warm Oodie. And in the morning when I wake up, the last thing I want to do is take my Oodie off, roll up my sleeves, and put a cold gel on my skin. So ever since the weather got cold and I've been in an Oodie full time, I've just not been doing my tea because I don't want to be cold. That is the honest to God reason why. So I don't think I've taken my testosterone in a solid 2 weeks now. I'll take it once a week. Maybe. And I know that's not enough. So I can't sit here and complain that not a lot has happened, because even before it got cold, I wasn't even doing it that consistently anyways, and now I'm just not really doing it consistently at all. That would definitely be the main reason why year 2 on T is very, very slow. Year 2 on T is also just very slow compared to the first year, because everything happens in the first year. And pretty much everything that's happened in my second year has just been continuations of changes that started in my first year. So nothing new has happened. There's been no new changes. It's just changes that have already happened are getting more things. You know what I mean. So yeah, there's not really been a lot. And I'm thinking, I know, this is gonna sound really, really shocking coming out of my mouth. I'm thinking I might be switching to injections soon. I know. Mr. Theo, conductor of the Gel is Amazing train, which I'm still the conductor of. I'm just getting so bad at remembering to do it, and I know it's gonna bite me in the ass, because now I'm pretty much microdosing testosterone without even meaning to. Yeah, you know what I mean. So I feel if I switch to injections, but the type that's every 3 months at the doctor, not the type I do myself. I'm not coming near my own self with a needle. But I mean, if I just have to go into the doctor's 4 times a year for my testosterone and just have to get a big ouchy needle, I feel like I can do that. I feel that's more manageable, right? Because right now I cannot do my gel every day. There's just another force at play that is preventing me from taking my gel every day. Don't know what it could be. But yeah, so not a lot has happened, and there are not really a lot of changes to report on, which is why I was well, why am I even gonna make a 2 years on T video if there's fucking nothing to talk about? And there is stuff to talk about with testosterone that is obviously it's in its own section after this, but in terms of physical changes, I'm virtually the same as I was 1 year on T. Here is every single bullet point that I wrote down for the past 365 days. I have stronger body odor. I have more leg and thigh hair. I have to shave my neck every couple of days. I have more stomach hair. I have darker eyebrows, more arm hair, and some hand hair. That's it. I'll put some pictures up of, like, the arm and hand hair. That is definitely new. There was definitely not, like, hair on, like, my hands or anything last year. Picture of my stomach hair as well. Stomach hair coming in full force. There's not really much to say on, like, my leg and thigh hair. It's just, like, it's way thicker and there's way more of it now. And I don't know if my voice has changed at all, so, that'll be in the voice comparison. I don't think my voice has changed. I am getting over a cold right now, so maybe it sounds different because of that, but I don't even feel like my voice is gonna sound that different. If it sounds different in the voice comparison, it's because it's a different microphone. That would maybe be it. I don't personally think my voice sounds different. I would guess the best control would be my Instagram story, which I haven't even posted my 2 years on T to that yet, but all of those are with my phone microphones, so that's the best control to see if my voice has changed, but I don't think it has.
This is my voice, 1 year and a half on T. Harry Styles reminded me, hi, my name is Theo, and this is my voice, 2 years on T.
I also tried to grow out my facial hair, like, as much as I could, just to see what happens, and during this time, I was taking my tea every single day, and this is the best I could come up with, was this sad little neck beard. At first, this was really discouraging, but then I showed it to my cousin, and she said this is actually more than my cousin Isaac could grow, and he's, like, my age and cis, so this has actually just made me feel really good about myself, because it means, like, I'm just genetically, like, not meant to have facial hair. But guys, I want my mustache. I'm 2 years on T and I still do not have my mustache. I still don't even have the gross puberty sash that fucking 12-year-olds get. That is all I want. I just want the mustache, guys. I don't give a shit about the rest of my face, okay? If the neck beard hairs could, like, transfer from my neck to my mustache, please, for the love of God. That's all I want. That's all I want. Like, I don't think people understand when they tell me, they're like, oh, you can't grow a beard till you're like 30, plenty of guys, blah, blah, blah. I know that. I don't want a full beard. I just want a mustache, which I know I could do because I've seen boys from the age of, like, fucking 10 or 11 being able to sprout fucking something. So where's my goddamn mustache? I don't know. I'm not allowed to complain. I'm microdosing my own tea. And if you remember, last year I, like, weighed myself and all of that. I'm not doing that this year because I have a sneaking suspicion I've probably lost even more weight from when I was pre-T. So I'm just opting not to weigh myself and not spiral into whatever crazy town I'll go into if I discover that I'm even smaller. So I'm just opting to not even look. We're just not even gonna look, guys. Right now, my mental health cannot take comparing my current body to that of my pre-teeth self. I'm not looking. I'm just not gonna look. And that's for the benefit of me, and you're just gonna have to fucking deal with that. Stay tuned for, like, 2.5 years on T, or maybe I won't even update till 3 years on T. But hopefully I'll, like, switch to injections soon. That way I'll actually be on testosterone consistently. I'm willing to say that, like, right now I'm probably a year and a half on T from how little I've taken my T this year. It's been really difficult. Because in the first year it was really exciting because I was getting new changes all the time. So I wanted to put it on every day. But now that I'm not getting new and exciting changes, and, like, I know my voice won't go back, like, I don't have to, like, keep doing it to maintain my voice. I'm like, well, what's the fucking point? So I need to get on injections or something, guys. So yeah, that's it for 2 years on T and everything that's changed. I know, it's super exciting. Why did we even make this video? We're gonna fucking get there. I have things I want to talk about. Even though there wasn't a lot of changes, I still wanted to do something to, like, celebrate 2 years on T, because that is a big milestone. And it is a weird thing to say. Like, when people ask me, like, how long I've been on T, I can say 2 years. Like, that's crazy. So I know this is probably the least exciting way to celebrate it, but I'm pretty excited about it. We have transgender merch. There is now a trans flag version of the Ghost logo up on the site right now. You can get it on hoodies and stuff and shirts, and also brand new necklaces. You can get on a dog tag or, like, a necklace. That's cunt. I think it's only in the US though. Yeah, you can get trans Ghost merch. But also, if you don't want to wear a massive trans flag on you, there's still the regular Ghost merch. which I'm so fucking proud of myself because this does not look like YouTuber merch. Like, you can get away with wearing this wherever the fuck you are. Like, no one's gonna bat an eye and think like, I bet that's a merch for some, like, random child in his bedroom. I'm not a child. I'm 20. Holy shit, guys, I'm 20. Anyways, look at this merch. It's great. There's trans merch. And also, for the holiday season, you can also get a Christmas ornament of me. It's me as a Christmas ornament. You can go get that. And for the happy holiday season, you can use code Krampus to get 25% off your orders. Any of your orders. You can get code Krampus and get 25% off, whether that's the regular ghost merch, the trans ghost merch, the special Christmas ornament. Run over to the merch shop and get it. It's below this video in the description, but there's also like a shelf thing that should appear, or maybe it'll be in the iCard. I don't know. You'll be able to find it. I trust you. Yeah. And if you're a patron, there's also a special discount code to get free shipping for the patrons. That's also a thing you could do if you want to celebrate me being 2 years on T, is join the Patreon. I know I haven't been uploading a lot here, but I have been uploading a lot to Patreon. So if you have been missing me, genuinely, like, the best way to, like, get your Theo's Ghost fix is to be on the Patreon, because I post, like, there twice a month, with new podcasts and stuff, and I think it's pretty cool. I definitely go a bit insane. I'm however unhinged you think I am here, podcast is like a million times worse. Okay. Do I think America should enforce stricter gun control or just ban guns entirely? Yes, I do. However, while it is still legal, I would like a gun. Check out the merch, check out the podcast, Krampus, and also this code goes until the end of December, not until Christmas, the end of December. So if you get money for Christmas and then you want to spend that on some sick-ass Theo's Ghost merch, you still use this code because it'll go until the end of 2023. Merch stuff, I just have to do that because I keep forgetting to shout out the merch. And then I'm like, people aren't buying as much merch anymore. And I'm like, Theo, that's because you're forgetting to fucking tell them that it exists. Go get your transgender stuff or decorate your Christmas tree with my face. Or even if you don't celebrate Christmas, buy the ornament. I think it'd be funny. Like that shit would be kind of funny to, like, hang off a menorah and, like, your family being like, who the fuck is that? And you're just like, it's Theo from YouTube. And they're like, who? That's how I imagine all of my Jewish subscribers to sound. Exactly like me. I'm not Jewish. That joke kind of made it out to sound like I'm Jewish. I'm not Jewish. This is the second video that I've had to disclaim that I'm not Jewish. Anyways, top surgery. So, top surgery, best part of 2023. As disappointed as I've been by testosterone, top surgery's coming clutch. I just get, like, so much more gender euphoria just at, like, random times. Like, I'll just be standing somewhere and I'll notice, like, my shirt is falling and, like, it's so flat and it's so beautiful. Or, like, I just love, like, rubbing my chest and just, like, feeling that it's flat. It's so great. And, like, when my heart's beating really fast, like, if like, my heart's beating, like, really fast, like, I can see it beat and it's insane. Like, I can, like, see my heartbeat. And I was like, whoa. And also just, like, I can get changed around to other people. I can, like, stay over with people and not have to, like, worry about whether or not I'm gonna have to sleep in my binder. And, like just being, like, fully naked in front of people. Like, that's a new thing that I never used to do. It's like even with partners, even with, like, literally everyone, it's like my binder stayed on at all times. Like, nobody looked at my chest. I didn't even look at my own chest. So it's been really crazy in, like, the past 6 months to, like, have now gotten to a point where it's like, I don't care. Anyone can, like, see me naked because I'm just, like, this is my way of saying that I'm a whore. My mother watches my YouTube. I don't know if I should say that. Leave it in. What's the worst that's gonna happen? It's just been crazy, like, feeling so comfortable in my own body and, like, around people. And also, I didn't even realize how horrible wearing a binder was every single day until I no longer have to wear a binder. Because now, like, everything is just so much easier. Like, whenever I would want to leave the house pre-surgery, it would always be like, oh, can I really be bothered putting my binder on? It's like, I don't really want to put my binder on. It's like, I'm already wearing clothes. I don't want to have to take those clothes off and then put a binder on, then put the clothes back on. And so there would always be this hurdle to, like, getting out of bed and leaving the house. That was the binder. And now that that doesn't exist, I'm just like, oh, I'll run to the shop, I'll I'll just run and do this, I'll just go out and do this. It's like, I just like pre-everything, I didn't want to leave the house because I didn't want to be, like, perceived, and I was so dysphoric. And then I wanted testosterone, and it's like, oh, now I like hanging out and going places and doing things. And then I got top surgery, and it's like, oh, now, like, going out of the house never feels like a hassle or anything, because it's like, I have no death trap constriction, like, tightening around me, like, and I didn't even realize, like, how miserable it made me until I stopped. And, like, now the idea of having to put on a binder, I'm like, ugh! Like, it makes me sick. I don't want to do that. So, yeah, the fact, I don't even know how I wore a binder, like, every single day for over 10 hours. That sounds crazy to me now. And yeah, shall we look at my chest, guys? I think we should look at my chest. Okay, so here's what my chest is looking like, guys. Yeah, I think it's looking pretty good. It doesn't really look that different from 3 months, in my opinion. My scars have really faded a lot. I'm doing nothing for scar care, by the way. Like, literally nothing. Like, I know in 3 months I talked about, like, massaging them. I don't even do that anymore, so all of this is just, like, literally how it naturally faded. I think I should just do the rest of this video shirtless. Should I? I'll do the rest of the top surgery section shirtless, why not? Top surgery, great. Love top surgery. Top surgery is absolutely amazing. How do I want my hair for this? Oh, guys, I hate my hair. It's blue and I don't fucking care. It looks like shit. The color doesn't look like shit. My actual hair does. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. Anyways, I love top surgery. Top surgery was great. I want this section to be over. I don't know what else to say. Guys, I'm going insane. I'm going insane. I don't want to do this video. I don't want to do this video. I've been trying to film this video for literally a week. I showered a week ago because I was like, oh, I'm going to film this video tomorrow. Did I? No. No, I fucking didn't. My hair is so greasy now because I haven't showered in days. Why am I out of breath? Why is this a workout? Why am I doing fucking cardio to talk about how happy I am with surgery? You know how happy I am with surgery? I want to put my shirt back on. I can't be bothered buttoning up the shirt. I can't be bothered. It's a women's shirt, so the buttons are on the wrong side and my hands don't know what to do, and it's really difficult. The actual part of this video, that is like the thing of substance, and that is perception and my gender and what's going on there. Because guys, so I was gonna like make this like a whole big video essay and like word it beautifully and all of that. And I realized that I couldn't, just because I don't know how I'm perceived, like / Jen. I straight up do not know if I pass or not, but I genuinely don't know. I genuinely could not tell you. Cause like when my hair is a bit shorter, it's like I was getting read as male like pretty often, like most times if not. And now it's like I don't get read as male, but as soon as I talk, I do. And then once I talk, people are like confused. So then sometimes it's like I won't get read as male. I'll then talk and then they still won't. So then I'm like, well, now what world are we living in? And it's just like, I genuinely do not know if I'm serving like that much androgyny or like what. Because I don't know. I can't fucking tell. And none of my friends can tell. I don't trust any of them because they all have like their own views of me in their head that have been constructed from me telling them my gender. And then also they hear my voice all the time. And like some of my friends I know, they were like, oh yeah, when I met you, I knew you were trans. And some of my friends are like, oh no, when I met you, I thought you were a cis man. So now I'm like, guys, I straight up don't know what I look like or how I'm perceived. And like, I'll be like in my own head if I'm like wearing like a femme outfit or something, because I'm like, oh my gosh, I look like a man in woman's clothes. That's a dangerous thing to look like. But then I'll get read as like female when I'm in men's clothes. So I'm like, do I just look like a girl and then I speak and people are like, wait a minute? Because that's kind of cunt. But like also I don't know. I genuinely couldn't tell you how I am perceived or what I look like. I think like I think I'm androgynous. Am I androgynous? I don't know. So it's like, it's this very weird place to be of like, I genuinely don't know like how anyone perceives me, because it's like it's different for all strangers. All my friends pretty much like see and treat me as a man, which we're gonna get into me having a problem with. But it's like I don't know when I go out if people are looking at me and seeing like a mask woman or like a little like cute boy with long hair. And like, but the thing is like I think I must be like really androgynous. I'm just like making speculations about what I look like to people, because it's like I go into the men's restroom whenever I go out and like no one bats an eye, no one says anything. So I'm like, well, clearly I can't look that female, because it's like when I go in the men's restroom, people are like, oh, I guess that's a man with long hair. And whenever I talk, people are like, oh, that's a guy. Like it's just the long hair that throws them, which is just like a truth that like pretty much all like men with long hair and no facial hair have. Like every cis guy I know with long hair and no facial hair gets this. It's like, oh, sorry, the long hair threw me. So it's like, is it a case of that? And it's definitely worse now that my hair is blue. Not like worse, but like the blue hair is also being like, that's not giving very Y chromosome, which it's like, which I kind of like. I've been really enjoying it. I've been really enjoying the girly pop moment of the blue hair, you know? So I genuinely don't really know how I'm perceived, and it's kind of exhausting. And also the fact that like when I'm perceived as a man, I don't like it. And like, it's not like it feels like misgendering. I just don't like it. But I don't like being seen as a woman either. So now I'm like, oh, fuck. This is not a good place to be. It's like I'm okay with being seen as a man, like in association to like other trans men, that I'm like, hell yeah. Usually when people see me as a man or like regard me as a man, it's always to lump me in with cis men, and then I'm like, no, what are we doing? No. Like that honestly feels like misgendering. Like is when when I'm included in any generalization about men that includes cis men by like someone I know, I would rather them just dead name me to my face. And I'm not kidding about that. Like, I hate it. It feels so wrong and awful. And I'm like, guys, what the fuck are we talking about? Like, I'm not included in that. Like, I'm not included in that. Like, I have blue hair and pronouns. What the fuck are you talking about? It's like, I have a septum piercing and you're gonna include me with them? No! And it just feels wrong. And now I'm like, well, why did I take all those steroids and do all this surgery if, like, being seen as a man feels wrong? And I'm like, well, I'm really happy with my body. I'm really happy with what I've done with it. It just, I don't like the societal implications of what my medical transition has done to me. Because, like now everyone who interacts with me for, like, more than, like, a passing encounter with a stranger, like, they all see me as a man, and now I'm like, no, wait a minute, no, I don't want you to do that. It's like, I don't like that. Like, it just feels so gross. And it's because it's just like, I'm just a 20-year-old teenage girl. You know, I'm literally just a 20-year-old teenage girl who takes steroids and chop my tits off and is sad. I don't know, guys. You know what I mean? I'm literally just a 20-year-old teenage girl. But then it's like I say that, and it's like that I'm saying that with like the voice that we would associate with a man, and it's like, oh, now I feel creepy. But like, I'm just a girl. I'm literally just a girl, guys. I'm literally just like a girl. Like, no one will acknowledge the fact that I am just a girl, because all my friends, like, they want to be supportive, so they're like, oh, you're a man, you're a boy, male, and I'm like, no, let's go back. Guys, I fucked it up. I was like, I'm a man for too long, and now I can't get out of it, and now I'm like, shit, how do I undo all that? And it's like, part of me is like, I'm a they, them. It's like, I am truly like non-binary nothingness. But like, I don't have a problem with he, him pronouns. It's like, that's the gag. It's like, treat me like a man, no, but call me he, him pronouns. Okay, that's fine. I don't want to take them out. Like, I don't want to get rid of the he, him pronouns. But like, because if I say, oh, my pronouns are they, them, then people are gonna like be mad if someone uses he, him for me. Or like, people will feel bad themselves if they accidentally use he, him for me. And it's like, I don't have a problem with he, him, but like, I want to say my pronouns are they, them. Because then like if I introduce myself and I say my pronouns are they, them, then people won't like think that I identify as a man, and then they won't treat me like a man. But I do partially identify as a man. And like in certain very specific contexts am I okay with being treated like a man, but like most of the time it's not. But then like I do identify as a man, but then I don't. But I also identify as a woman at the same time, but then I don't. And then I'm nothing, and then I'm everything, and then I'm binary.
Non-binary.
You know what I mean? If you've not seen the most recent episode of Doctor Who, I'm so sorry, but you should go watch it. It's so fucking funny. It is the best trans storyline I think I've ever seen put to television. It is camp to the highest degree. And so I really didn't want to make this video because I don't want to seem like I regret medically transitioning, because I don't. It's like I'm very happy with what testosterone has done for me, with what top surgery has done. I still want bottom surgery. I'm talking about switching testosterone so that I can hopefully get like actual consistent changes and have it not rely on me. I don't like being a man, and I don't like being put into society as a man all the time. Sometimes it's fun. Sometimes I'm like, hell yeah. But like recently and like recent months, I've been like, oh no, this is, I don't like this. And it's just like, I don't know what to do. And I think the reason that like so many people around me are like, you're a man, he, man, is because I've medically transitioned. It's like, I'm not just like, ooh woo, quirky transgender, identified this way because of COVID. Not saying you're invalid if you are. I'm just saying that like, there's this air of like, that validity to someone who medically transitions that like everyone around you, there's like, oh, you're a trans man, you're really doing it, you're doing all the stuff. And so I feel like everyone is so concerned with validating that maleness that I'm medically transitioning to, that I feel like they're completely ignoring the fact that like for about a year now, I've not even identified that way. Like, I've not identified as a binary man for, like, almost 2 years, pretty much the whole time I've been on testosterone. And, like, no one really acknowledges that when they see you as a man. Because when you're seen as a man, that trumps everything. It's like that triumphs overall. That's why trans women and trans femme people face so much more violence and so much more transphobia than like trans masculine people do. I'm not gonna say face more transphobia actually, but more violence, definitely. Like it's a lot harder to be trans femme than trans masc in terms of most of society, just because when you're seen as male, like that beats everything. It's like we haven't really trained ourselves. I don't know. This is why I didn't want to make this video, because I knew I was just going to talk out of my ass. It's almost like being non-binary is just seen as like a version of womanhood that when you're a man, you don't have access to that. And I think a lot of AMAB non-binary people definitely relate to this, as it's like you're not non-binary if you look and sound like a man, for whatever reason. You can be non-binary and look and sound like a woman, but you can't be non-binary and look and sound like a man, because then you're just a man. But it's okay, like, it's like, non-binary can look like anything, as long as it's not a man. And I feel like that's definitely, like, where, like, a lot of the culture is at, like, with non-binary and gender fluid stuff, that it's like, as soon as I started transitioning, I kind of lost my access to that, in a sense. And I would like it back, please. And I definitely think it's like it's mostly like trans misogyny that we have to work against. Of that, like, someone can look like a man, sound like a man, like, want to transition to a man, and still, like, not be one. Like, you know, and still be non-binary, still be gender fluid. I just kind of don't like society, and I don't like participating in it, because it's all just so gendered. And, like, the more that, like, my transness expands and my gender expands, the less and less, like, I feel like there is a place for me in any of society. Because everything is just so gendered. And at first I was like, you know what, I'll just fit into all the man stuff. And it's like, now I'm like, well, now I don't even want to fit into the man stuff. But I can't fit into the woman stuff because I've changed too much. And, like, I like the way that I've changed and I want to continue. So it's like, and I don't want to be in the woman stuff, because then I go to the women stuff and they're like, who the fuck are you? You're a man, get out. And then it's like, I go to the men, it's like, oh, I feel really uncomfortable here, I get out. And then where the fuck am I? And so in just recent months, I've just been feeling very, very, very alienated by, like, all of society and all of like cis normativity, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck is going on? Because it's not just that I identify outside of it now, it's that like my body exists outside of it now. I do not have a binary body, I do not have a binary gender. Nothing about my identity or my physical expression fits into anything. And I feel so like alienated and outcast, and I'm a thin, white, able-bodied person. So like 10 times that for any like non-binary person who like is also in like another marginalized group. And so while I did want to like come on here with this beautifully worded video essay about every thought that I had with my gender and my perception and how I want to be perceived and how I am perceived and how being gender fluid is an exhausting existence, because it's like some days I'm super happy to be a man and other days it is the last thing I want to hear. I just couldn't, because I really don't know where I sit and what I feel with, and like I don't feel like I'm at that point yet where I can do that. And I wanted to do it for like the nice milestone of 2 years on T, but I don't think I'm there yet. And I don't think I'm there yet because I'm still just like existing through the turmoil of not really knowing like what I'm supposed to be, where I'm supposed to go, what is meant to happen. Like, you know, it's like, am I a man or am I a woman? I don't know. I'm just a fucking freak. And yeah, there's not much to say with my medical transition because I love my medical transition. It's gone great. That's all I can say, is that it's going great. But I did want to make this video just to like have a voice of like someone who is non-binary, who is gender fluid, who is really happy with their medical transition, but is just not really happy with the societal implications of a medical transition. And that's okay. And you can have both, and you can do both. And like, also, if you are non-binary gender fluid, like, you can medically transition. Like, if that'll make you happy, like, do it. Like just fucking do it, you know? It's like, I see so many, like, just like thoughts float around of like transness, like being a trans person is like for the people who want to medically transition, and just like being non-binary, oh, that's like just an identity. But like, no, like you can be non-binary, you can be gender fluid, and you can medically transition, and you can be super stoked with like internally how you're feeling with your medical transition, but not really loving the external implications, because it's like, that's not my fucking problem that like everyone else in society is gonna like put me in gendered categories when I don't want to be in them. But like, if I can do what I can to make myself happy with my own body, I'm gonna do that. And I'm not really gonna think about what everyone else is thinking about what I'm doing, because I'm doing it for me. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm not making any sense, guys. I feel like I'm making no sense, and this video is gonna make no sense. But you know what? It be like that sometimes. And yeah, I don't know how many like trans videos and gender videos I'm gonna be making, like, in the future. It'll definitely be, like, queer content, but I don't know if it's gonna be, like, about me, personally. Like, I'm still gonna talk about, like, transgender shit, but it might just not be my own transgender shit, if you know what I mean. Maybe I'll be back next year for 3 years on T with something a lot more insightful. If you would like something like that, you can go watch my 1 year on T video. I don't fully agree with everything I said about my gender in that video, but I still think it's a pretty good video. And maybe it will resonate with you if you identify more masculinely than I do in this present moment. I just wanted to have a little chat, a little catch up, a little chit chat. And also just to like have the, hi, my name is Theo, this is my voice 2 years on T on the thing. That is very important to me. I don't know. I'm thinking of maybe doing like a Q&A or something to start 2024. By the time you're watching this video, there will be a community post for my start of 2024 big Q&A, Ask Theo Everything. I'm deciding this right now as I'm filming this. So go put it on that. Go get the new merch, or get some old merch, or don't get any merch and just like be like, oh, that's cool, but not buy anything. But if you do, use code Krampus, 25% off. My hair's falling out. Yeah, if you do get merch, you should definitely, like, post it and tag me, because I always get very excited when I see people in the merch. Also, should I do Vlogmas this year? I'm thinking no, because I don't have a very exciting life. But if even just one person comments that they kind of want a Vlogmas, I'll do a Vlogmas. So if just one of you really enjoyed Vlogmas last year, all you gotta do is ask. Maybe I'll do it for Patreon. Oh, Patreon shout out! I forgot, that's at the end of the video. Thank you, patrons! I don't have much else to say, guys. I don't have much else to say. I have some videos that I'm very excited to put out soon. My new strategy for this channel is just posting literally anything I can think of, and then whatever gets views, gets views. So, get ready for some real wild style variety pack type content, cause Theo's going balls to the walls insane. What I will say, be watching Doctor Who. Cause I'm gonna have some thoughts on Doctor Who that when these 3 specials are out, I will be compiling into a video. So watch some Doctor Who, take some HRT, fuck bitches, get money,